Terry.
I'm Rachel.
Guys, can I tell you a secret? Like a super cool, like really cool secret? We went to Mass this week, and okay, get this. There was bread and there was wine, but then right in front of our eyes, they became the body and blood of Christ.
Our dad likes to amuse himself by answering like this whenever people ask him, so how was Mass? People generally laugh and move on with life, but let's take a moment right now to feel the immensity of this statement.
The Eucharist is God.
So that happens every Mass, but every once in a while, God lifts the veil from our eyes that keeps us continuing to see the Eucharist as bread and wine. When he does this, it's known as
Eucharistic Miracles. The most recent Eucharistic miracle that was confirmed by the Church was in Argentina in 1996.
Pope Francis?
Yep. Cardinal Jorge Bergoglio was the auxiliary bishop at that time.
It was a 7 p.m. Mass when a woman came up to the priest and said that she found a host that was in the back of the church. He went to go get it, and not being able to consume it, he put it in a container of water in the tabernacle.
A couple days later, the priest opened the tabernacle again to find that the host had become a bloody substance. He informed Cardinal Bergoglio, who had it photographed. A couple years later, in 1999, it had not deteriorated at all, so Cardinal Bergoglio decided to have it sent in to be scientifically analyzed.
These are some of the things that they found. The tissue contained white blood cells, which meant that the heart had been alive when the sample was taken, because white blood cells die outside of a living organism.
Also, because the white blood cells had penetrated the tissue, the scientists could tell that the person had been in a lot of stress, as if they were being tortured.
And what was more, the cells were moving and beating.
It wasn't until after the reports that the scientists were told that the sample had come from a consecrated host.
One of the scientists said, how and why a consecrated host would change its character and become living human flesh and blood will remain an inexplicable mystery to science, a mystery totally beyond her competence.
In other words, it's a miracle given to us deliberately by God. And this is not a unique event. Eucharistic miracles have been happening for centuries. Look up the miracle of Lanciano or Siena.
There are miracles like in Argentina, involving the Eucharist looking like flesh and blood. But then there are also accounts of the Eucharist being untouched by fire and not deteriorating for hundreds of years.
So guys, in order to believe in the real presence of Jesus Christ in the Eucharist, just the fact that he said it should be enough.
But we have a ridiculously compassionate and humble God who would allow himself to be submitted to scientific tests to determine that this is miraculous, simply for the purpose of strengthening our faith.
Why are there so many people who have not heard of this? Don't take our word for it. Do your own research of it. We provided some good links in the description to get started. Start up conversations with people. So, have you heard of Eucharistic miracles?
Guys, the Eucharist is the source and summit of our faith. It is God, and once people realize this, what's going to keep them away from the God who created them and loves them into existence every day?
Do you love people? Well, then tell them about the Eucharistic miracles that God gave us to strengthen our faith.
Do your own research on these super cool miracles.
Pray about how the Eucharist is the source and summit of our faith.
Go give food to someone who doesn't have any.
And be holy!
The Eucharist is God. Eucharist is God. God.
Maybe I should do all the dramatic statements. It's good. Good. Yeah, you can do it.